Dog rocks. The first time I seen these advertised, I thought this was an April Fool's joke. It turns out, no, these things really exist, and quite a few people actually use them. Do they work? Do they prevent dog spots on lawns? Well, this is a case where a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of logic goes a long way. Let's have a closer look. So what are they? These are special rocks from Australia, and you put them in the water dish for your dog. You let them sit for 10 hours. They do some magic to the water, and then when your dog drinks the water and pees later on in your lawn, you don't get spots. It doesn't damage the lawn. Now, if you want to go and visit the place where these come from, it's called the Dog Rocks Hotel. Isn't that convenient? Now, these things sell in the US for about $40 for a package which is enough for 6 months. You should replace these rocks every 2 months because they stop working, and you get rid of those and put new ones in the water dish. Now let's look at the claims. Well, the first claim is that these rocks are special. They have paramagnetic properties. Now, this was the claim a few years ago when I reviewed these on my blog. And I had a look today, and they've taken that away. Well, that's a good thing, because anything that has paramagnetic properties isn't working. That's pseudoscience. There's no scientific evidence that that will do anything to these rocks. Their website now says that they've done 20 years of research. The thing I find very unusual is that after 20 years of doing research, there isn't one published paper and there's no data. I mean, it's pretty easy to go to a lab and measure the water before and after you use the rocks and show that there's a difference. No such data exists. Here's what the managing director of Dog Rocks has to say.
We sell a product called Dog Rocks. It's an 100% natural rock that we import from Australia, and you put the rock in the dog's water bowl and it will stop burn patches appearing on your lawn.
Imagine that. These rocks are 100% natural. I mean, have you ever seen a rock that wasn't natural? I mean, you go in the yard and pick up a rock, you can't get more natural than that. For some reason, this is an important feature of these rocks. Chewy is a company in the US that sells a lot of pet supplies, and they did a nice little video about these rocks. And here's what they have to say.
Dog rocks help to neutralize your dog's urine, so your lawn can be the best on the block. Your dog's urine can become too acidic from impurities like tin, ammonia, and nitrates in his drinking water.
I'm going to have a closer look at that claim in a couple seconds. Here's another claim from one of the supplier. Dog rocks lower the nitrate amount in the diet. How does that work? You have rocks over here. The dog eats this diet over here, and for some reason, the amount of nitrates in this diet go down? That's a ridiculous claim. Whoever wrote that understands nothing about science. All right, let's look at some of these claims. One of the claims is that the water is too acidic, and by putting the rocks in it, it neutralizes that acidity and makes it less acidic. That means when the dog pees later on, it doesn't damage the grass. Well, let's ask some simple questions. How acidic is your drinking water? Well, the World Health Organization has tested water all over the world, and the range for tap water is between 6.5 and 8.5. Now, neutral is 7, so 6.5 is just slightly acidic, and you can see that most drinking water is actually alkaline. It's not acidic. So the claim that these rocks neutralize the acidity in water are kind of ridiculous because there is no acidity in water. There was also a claim that it reduces the amount of tin. I didn't know tin was a problem. I mean, do we have a lot of tin in our drinking water? Does it damage grass? Well, the shorter answer is no and no. There's very little tin in drinking water. There's very little tin in food. So the diet of the dog has very little tin. What does that mean? There's very little tin in the urine. I don't know who came up with this idea that tin was important to reduce, but tin isn't an issue. The third claim has to deal with nitrates and ammonia. So the rocks reduces the amount of nitrates and ammonia in that water, And so by the time the dog pees it out, we have lower amounts. So there is some science here that's valid. Let's ask a different question. What is actually damaging that grass? Well, it turns out that it's probably high amounts of nitrate and ammonia. That's very similar to over-fertilizing your lawn, right? If you go out and buy fertilizer for your lawn and spread it too thick, it kills the grass. It's the high amounts of nutrients, the high amounts of salts that are in that fertilizer that do the damage. Nitrates and ammonium are salts, but there's a fundamental flaw in that claim. Let's go back to the drinking water. Does it have high levels of nitrates and ammonia? Well, no, it doesn't. And in fact, you know that. Imagine if our drinking water had a lot of nitrogen in it. We could just water our lawn and it would turn green because of the high nitrogen in the water. That doesn't work. Instead, we have to go out and buy fertilizer to get that nitrogen because our tap water doesn't have enough to grow grass. Well, if it doesn't have enough to grow grass, it's certainly not going to damage the grass. And so there's no point in reducing the amount of ammonia and nitrate in drinking water. There's so little in there anyways. So even if the rocks reduce the amount of ammonia and nitrate, it would have no effect on damage to grass. Well, where does this damaging nitrate and ammonia come from? Well, it comes from the diet of the dog. Turns out protein has quite high levels of nitrogen in it. A high protein diet goes through the dog, and a lot of that nitrogen comes out in the urine in the form of urea. Urea is just more nitrogen. When urea goes into the soil, it breaks down into nitrate and ammonia, but if there's too much, it will burn the grass. In the same way that too much fertilizer burns the grass. And by the way, a lot of people think that the nitrate and ammonia is damaging the grass, and that's not strictly true. What actually happens is that the amounts of salts in the water around the roots gets really high, and that draws water out of the plant through a process called osmosis. The plant literally dries up and then it goes brown. So it's not the toxic effects of these chemicals, it's the fact that they dry the roots. Anyways, back to the problem we have. The problem is a diet that's high in protein, which is high in nitrogen, and if too much of that is eaten, it comes out in the urine, and that high nitrogen amount in the urine damages the lawn. Now think about this for a second. How can rocks in the drinking water reduce the amount of nitrogen in that protein, or change the diet of the dog, or affect how much nitrogen is coming out of the dog? Well, it can't. There's simply no way that can work. So do dog rocks work? Well, they might affect the pH a little bit, but that has no effect on your grass. They might even reduce the amount of nitrates in the drinking water, although I doubt it. But even if they did, the amount of nitrates in that water is so low it will have no effect. So why is it that so many people claim these things work? Well, I have a theory about that. If you go out and spend $40 on some rocks, you're going to pay attention to your dog a little more. You're going to make sure that that water dish is full. And the one thing we do know is that if a dog drinks more water, it dilutes the urine, making the nitrogen less concentrated, and it damages lawns less. So by paying attention to the water levels, by giving your dog lots of water, you will actually solve this problem to some extent. Now here's a little trick for you. Go out in your garden and pick up any rocks you find. Now the best ones are nice granite stones, nice and hard stones. Put them in your dog dish, add some water, and they will work just as well as a $40 rock. There's one last thing I'd like to mention about this company. They consider themselves sustainable. They even say, we're working towards a greener future. This is the core of what we do. Well, I have news for you. If you take rocks that don't do anything and don't work and you ship them around the world, that is not a sustainable business. I just saved you $40, and you can thank me by watching this next video on more fertilizer myths. It's going to save you even more money. Happy gardening.